Thank you, John. Good morning, everybody. My role, most of you may know me, John Irvine, Chairman of the West Somerset Railway. Just really to welcome everybody here today and particularly thank John for the honour that he's giving us by naming this locomotive the West Somerset Railway.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
We'll just pause for a moment while we hear any safety or other announcement. So I've got one or two notes. I'm not going to go on too long, I hope. John's probably a little bit too modest to mention. He's not only the managing director of GB Rail Freight, he founded the company and has really taken it to the pinnacle of the industry. Only a couple of weeks ago, on the 18th of September, he and his team were awarded the Freight and Logistics Achievement of the Year Award prize at the National Rail Awards. And even more importantly, in 2012, John's too polite to mention, he was awarded the Outstanding Personal Contribution for Senior Management. He's been a real enthusiast and champion for railways for all his career, and we thank him for that. The WSR, as John said, has enjoyed a tremendous working relationship together with GBRF ever since its formation. A number of the locomotives have appeared at our special events and galas. Most recently, Class 59003, called Yeoman Highlander, came to the West Somerset Railway and worked its first passenger service since returning from Germany. And of course, I'm very pleased we've got John Cronin here, worked very closely with John and the Diesel Electric Preservation Group, our friends on the line here. Brought a lot of locomotives to special events and galas, and that's been of tremendous benefit not only to the local economy but also the community along the line as well as the railway. I won't say too much about the particular loco. As John said, it's a refinement of a very successful design that is now the main method that they use for hauling freight. GBRF is the hauler of the majority of freight on our UK railways. Naming this as the West Somerset Railway is a great honour and a privilege, and it actually provides a wonderful backdrop and a prelude. Early next year we'll be celebrating our 40th anniversary of having opened the line and then run our first passenger services in March 1976, although we did run specials in the December timeframe. So John, it's going to be a very special backdrop for that. Now I feel I could point out to John that the West Somerset Railway has actually been operating for longer than GB Rail Freight. But I must admit you have a lot more locos than we do, and you run a considerably greater mileage, so we're not trying to compete with that. In a historical context, I just wanted to remark we'll be joining a very illustrious company today. Since the very first steam railway locomotive in 1804 by Richard Trevithick was called Puffing Eagle, railway companies have named their locomotives rolling stock in order to help keep alive the magic and enthuse people with railways. That was followed by Puffing Billy, and then everybody I'm sure will recall George Stephenson's Locomotion and Rocket, which hauled the first passenger services on the world's first passenger railway, the Stockton and Darlington. Now in the 20th century, famous names like Flying Scotsman, Coronation, Mallard really captured the public's imagination, some of the things that John referred to in his speech. And some of those are only preserved for posterity and, like on the railway here, through the support from many enthusiasts, many of whom are here and keep the West Somerset Railway going, also in our museums, but more importantly can actually be seen in real working environment on our heritage railways, not just a static museum. Now with the move to British Railways from steam, and I must admit I'm old enough to remember I brought my 1962 Ian Allen Train Spotters book with me. I used to look at all the steam locos, but also the diesels as they were starting to come in the late 50s. And John and GBRF particularly have helped keep alive the tradition of naming locomotives through into the 21st century. And my own memories of this book, John already referred to it. I was actually born in Northampton, and my boyhood team was Northampton Saints, so that really sparked my imagination. And John, again, some would say, showing the generosity of his spirit. He may now have named a loco after Sunderland, his beloved, but I think you even did one for Huddersfield Town, which was a bit of a rival, even before your own. So again, I think it shows the generosity of spirit that John has had. So, shortly to be named, the West Somerset Railway, 66757, will undoubtedly, as it goes around the country, and as John referred, will really help to promote the name of the West Somerset Railway, make people more aware of us, and hopefully encourage them to come and visit our beautiful railway here in West Somerset. Now, next weekend, just must get one little quick advert in. During our Autumn Steam Gala, we're going to be welcoming Tornado, which is the 21st century new A1 peppercorn express steam loco. Will be guesting on this railway, so do not miss it. So finally, I really want to thank John again and everyone here for being part of this wonderful ceremony. Please enjoy your time whilst you're on the WSR on what we hope you will agree is one of the finest heritage railways in the UK and one of the jewels in the crown of West Somerset's tourist industry. So with that, I've finished the little bit I wanted to say, and I'll ask John to come up so we can do the formal unveiling of the name of the locomotive. Thank you.
Great.
Hey.
Lovely. Can you look at me while you're shaking hands there, please? Yeah, don't block. Great, thank you. Lovely, thank you. Okay. Yeah. That's it. All right.